I love to solo travel, but I don't think solo traveling is for everyone. Come on a walk with me, and I'll tell you more, like 5 tips on how to stay safe while solo traveling, and also tell you why you shouldn't solo travel. So it's like influencing solo travel, but de influencing solo travel. Because, of course, there are other people, out there, which is no shade onto them, that will tell you products you need to buy, certain steps you need to take before you go or don't go. And I'm just a big believer in, if you prepare too much in that way, like you're basically not asking for something bad to happen, but you're preparing for something bad to happen. When in reality, if something bad happens, you won't know how to handle it until it happens. There's only but so much that you can prevent for. But there are certain things that I like to do, just to give myself a peace of mind. I'm not here to tell you today that you shouldn't go out past 8 p.m. You shouldn't go to the gas stations at night. You shouldn't go camping alone or travel alone. No, I am living my life and this is how I live it. And this is just all my own experience with solo traveling. So this is not to negate anyone else's experiences. Please take this with a grain of salt if you want to, but coming from someone who loves to solo travel and does it quite often, you might want to stick around for this just to get into it if you're curious. I recorded that like 5 times and you only got like my neck up, which is totally fine because my body is not like the main thing of this video today. It's me telling you about solo travel. So come with me. Step one, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Getting uncomfortable with being uncomfortable can be uncomfortable, but I promise there are rewards and benefits. What I mean by that is just you put yourself in a situation that you're not used to. If you're not used to traveling alone or spending any sort of time alone, then, that's the first step. I started doing things like taking myself to a movie theater, which is so uncomfortable. That's like far most uncomfortable thing I've ever done. Like the first time I went to go see a movie theater, the first time I went to go see a movie, I didn't even tell you what the movie was about because I was so scared the entire time, wondering what people would think about me and like, oh, why is she alone? Like she must be lonely, whatever. Scratch that. Like, don't think about that. Literally start small. Go on walks by yourself. Go on coffee dates by yourself. I mean, you already probably go to the grocery store alone. I mean, most of us do, or do like some small task alone. So might as well make a day out of it, or even afternoon, or even just take an hour to do something small that puts yourself in a situation that makes you feel uncomfortable for a little bit. And over time, like that will fade. So get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I know it's so hard for me to say. If you don't trust yourself enough to make decisions for yourself, you should not solo travel. Might sound a little harsh, but the biggest thing to solo traveling is trusting yourself. You have to trust that you will take care of yourself if something happens, whether it's good or bad. And it's okay if you make mistakes. It's okay if you want to handle a situation differently than you would normally do it. I mean, when you're solo traveling, you're in a completely new environment, so give yourself some grace, but trust yourself enough. In the way working towards trusting yourself, I'm not sure, I don't have the direct steps, but just for me, it's just putting myself in situations that I wouldn't normally put myself in. So going back to being comfortable with getting uncomfortable, doing things like that, just in the everyday, and I think for me, it's just realizing that like I'm gonna be okay. Like I've handled hard situations. I've put myself in situations that were a little bit challenging for me and I still made it out fine. So trust yourself, please. Set boundaries. Oh, sorry, I had you in my mouth. Learn how to set boundaries with yourself and others. It is okay to be kind rather than to be nice. Being nice is just like letting anyone do whatever. So, for example, if someone approaches you and wants to start a conversation, but you don't feel comfortable, or you just don't even want to have a conversation, like if you're out anywhere alone, like you don't have to respond to them, or you can tell them like, hi, like, I'm just don't want to engage in conversation right now, or I just want to be alone, left alone, thank you for coming, whatever. And it's not your job to worry about how they're going to respond to what you're saying. It's your job to worry that not worry, but your job to make sure that you feel comfortable and you feel safe. So it's best to be kind, in situations, especially if you don't feel safe, be kind. Don't be nice about it and feel like you have to like tell this person a story for them to leave you alone or whatever the case may be. Take care of yourself first. Eat something before you go. I know it's kind of self-explanatory and a lot of people don't do it because they just forget to do it, but it will save you so much time from stressing. I can't tell you how many times I realized that I was actually overreacting to a situation or super stressed out because I was hungry. Eat something, eat a meal, whether you're bringing a snack or you're planning it, like please schedule that into the time of when you're traveling, especially if it's the first day. You'll be able to think more clearly and will be more calm and in less fight or flight mode. I'm a little out of breath because I just walked up this big hill, which is kind of good because I've been trying to like increase my elevation to help with running and things like that and just my endurance, so we'll see. The biggest thing is just to make sure that you're having fun. Go back to your why you want to solo travel, and if it's to see a different place or just experience it, just to see what it will be like, just go back to your why and remember to have fun. It's okay if things go wrong. It's okay if things don't go to plan. It's okay if you change your mind on what your schedule is, your itinerary is. It's okay if you were planning to meet up with people and it gets canceled, somebody bails, whatever the case may be. I just personally don't think anyone should solo travel if you don't trust yourself, you're not good at setting boundaries, and you don't want to have fun. And honestly, if you let the fear take over and stop you from going, something else that I didn't mention is just be careful of who you tell that you're taking a solo trip to or going somewhere to take a solo trip, because unless it's someone like me who has experienced solo traveling, or it's someone who, you know, unless it's someone else who like supports you and just like what you're doing, and even if they don't understand it or it's something they want to do, they won't judge you for it. You need that kind of person in your life, whether it's a friend, a partner, a parent, or, you know, coworker, whoever. Like, make sure you can trust that person who you tell. And I guess that's another tip too. Like, please tell at least one or two people and share your location, especially if you're out of service, like wherever you're going, when you're solo traveling by yourself. That was kind of all over the place a little bit. Thanks for coming with me on a walk. I'm probably going to go on a nap. We'll take a nap and upload this video first because it takes forever on YouTube. So, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and let me know if you have any questions about solo traveling.